Hmm. Good evening, you wonderful fluffy fluffs. All right, this is another evening edition of Bitz with Splitz, the Dutch Angel Dragon or Angel Dragon, whatever I am these days. I'm not really sure anymore, but anyway, I got a special treat for you, wonderful viewers. Of course, it's been a while, but I've been trying to get consistent back into the interviewing furries game. And I always have a wonderful guest. And don't worry, I've been proactively on Telegram, Instagram, Facebook, all those, even though my most common DMs are definitely on Telegram. But sometimes you got to expand to the other platforms in order to get some interviews. And this wonderful interviewer, this is a wonderful and very talented artist and suit maker and kigume above and beyond, and a good friend of her quite often. Tilly McBeal, if you guys might know her from Facebook, Facebook. She's also on a couple of the different platforms as well. Owner and CEO of Stinky Cat Creations, if I'm correct. I'll have to verify it, otherwise she'll correct me, I'm sure. But all right, so I'm going to message her, and as soon as we get her going, wham, it is on, folks. Of course, I am live on Facebook. I'm live on YouTube. I'm, of course, last but not least, all my fluffies here on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for coming here tonight. I'm so glad you can make it. Let's get some furries interview, shall we? And of course, I got my bank of questions. If you guys have any questions you'd like to ask, don't hesitate. Go ahead and post them on YouTube, Facebook, or, of course, Instagram. You can ask my interviewee as well. Otherwise, if worse comes to worse, I just whip them off the top of my head as well. I'm just kidding. I actually have a notebook that's got some general furry questions. And here we go. I'm going to message her quick, and then we're going to get going. And of course, first things first, I want to ask you wonderful viewers, how is your night going? I want to hear. Tell me, how are things going for you in the world of CoronaCon 2021? Tomorrow starts a new month. We're 1 month in. Tony, can I see how you put hand on your head? Probably not at the moment, HPIG Suits. I'm going to be doing interviews, so I'll probably do that in a little bit. But first things first, let's get our interviewee, make sure she's ready for her moment of spotlight. All right, make sure she's ready. And then, there we go. It has been a crazy week at work, getting schoolwork done, working on my own personal affairs. But, you know, one thing that's always great and wonderful, I always like to make sure that I take time to get to know and hang with you wonderful fans and friends, all these wonderful fluffies that are watching my stuff. I love and appreciate every single one of you because you take time out of your Sunday nights now to get to know me, and I love to get to know you, and you guys are just great and wonderful. Your guys are what help make this show exciting. You keep me energized, and I love it. Like, I've got the total feeling like, what's his name? What does He-Man say? I have the power! But yeah, thank you guys so much. Okay. Hi. All right, let's see. Is Tilly ready? Yep, she is ready. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Miss Tilly McBeal. Let's get to know her, shall we? And here we are. Hi.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
All right. Cool. Let's see. First things first, Tilly, it is a pleasure to meet you. And of course, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Good.
It's my day off.
Oh no. Your day off? Well, oh no. Well, I'm so glad that you took time on your day off to spend a little time with us and really appreciate it. And what this is essentially, we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and of course Instagram. I'm lazy and I don't know how to use that OBS stream yet, so I just go live on all 3 platforms at the same time. So what I do is it's a little interview show, and I check back and forth between fans, and they can ask the questions, but if they don't really post any questions, then I got a nice little test bank of different questions ready to go. So are you ready? All right, sweet. All right, let's see. Oh, what do we got? Got most of the people saying hello and joining the show. All right, cool. All right. So first things first, let's see, no questions yet. All right, first question. What is your Sona, and what inspired you? What brought the Sona to life?
Okay, so I am a cat/sheep. The only part of me that's a sheep is my tail.
Right.
And my little horns. I mean, this suit isn't up to date with my character. It's old, but what got me into the fandom and everything is a friend of mine and myself went to a local anime con, and we saw the whole. So then we got into. But yeah, I just made the Sona because I like cats pretty much. Nothing much to it. It's just.
How can you not love kitties? Kitties are freaking adorable. I got speaking of which. See, I got a kitty. Here's one. His name's Psycho. He showed up to the apartment just about a year ago, and he was just a little baby, and look at him now. He's a big kitty. He's a sweetie bee. He likes to bite. Oh, but it's just a friendly clay kitty bite. So, all right, very cool. Well, that's awesome. We all have like our origins of how our Sonas and suits and all this stuff just came to be. It's just amazing. That's what got me started on this whole interviewing furries. I've been doing it for a year now, ironically, and I just love getting to know. I used to call it like behind the fur, because it's like everyone just knows this person as this persona, but what goes on behind the fur? I've always kind of like been curious, and a lot of audience members have been curious. So it's just kind of like figured let's just go with that. So cool.
Right.
All right, let me check. Do I got any questions? That is So Spike the Sabertooth, another kitty cat on Instagram, says that is awesome. And yes, as you guys might have imagined, I left it on the floor, but actually found a tiara prop. So I figured I'd wear it. Because I see a lot of suitors wearing crowns. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do different. I'm going to wear a tiara. All right, cool. Let's see. Here we go. Another good old-fashioned question. Question number 2, Tilly. What is your favorite convention?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I teamed up Texas Furry Fiesta, of course, but that's like the only furry convention I've ever been to. We've been there, we started going in 2015 and haven't missed one. But unfortunately this year, they're doing a virtual one, so.
Don't get me wrong, to each one their own with the VR stuff and whatever, I dabble in a little bit, but I'm just like, I'm an extrovert. I gotta see persons in person, it's just,
it's not the same.
I know, you're preaching to the choir here. It just hasn't been the same. I understand and agree with, staff and states and statutes and all that stuff of being safe and this and that, but still, it's literally been a year. It's been a year without conventions. That's a good question. Let's roll into question number 3. With the corona and the conventions being closed down, how has it been for you? Has it been good? Has it been bad? And why?
It's actually been really good. Besides the part not being able to travel and go to conventions, which, that happens, whatever, but it's saved much. It's like that way. But it's not easy. It's gave me a chance to play a lot of games I've been wanting to play with, like, actually socialize online a lot more, I guess. And yeah, so it hasn't really been that bad. Honestly, it hasn't been bad.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been all sorts of rhymes and reasons that, I'm sure we posted about it, like, positivities and stuff like that to come within this year, because all we're seeing is depression and this and that. And it's just like, like you said, you took the adverse and you're like, you know what? I'm going to make an opportunity out of it. So building up on games, me, I've been doing a bunch of different things. Like I never even was on Instagram nor Twitter or anything till pretty much recently, because I just didn't really get into it, and now I have plenty of time because no conventions. So, but it's gonna be.
Discord a lot. Like I've never used Discord until like the virus hit, and I'm like, okay, I've got to have a way to do something. So it's really been helpful.
All right, absolutely. I hear you. Let's see, what do we got going here? Do we got any questions? Let's see, that is awesome. We got some joiners on Instagram. Okay. Hi, I waved David. Let's see, anything on YouTube, anything on Facebook? All right, no, nothing yet. Okay, so of course, before this gets awkward, let's go on to our next question.
We just saw a random hand.
A random hand?
Yeah, it was in her back corner.
There's a random hand in the back corner? Oh, Lord. Is there oh, Lord. Are there there's mysterious hands floating around us. We got to be on the watch out. These hands are going to come and consume us. I know, right? Now feet are coming into the picture. Is that a norm? Does that normally happen in your house? Do mysterious hands and feet come in out of nowhere? She just waved back. I couldn't resist. I've actually had just like, okay, so this mysterious hand coming into here. This is my suit maker, Current Monster. Yeah, she's the one that whipped up this beauty right here. So yeah, I know. Like, I just love his biggest ones when. Huh? Oh yes. Oh yes. She's saying I need to work on a project of getting a 2.0 going. So I know it's that time. It's getting that time. Agreed.
You use it a lot.
True. I do use it a lot. It's getting to that point. Although it's like that toss up between getting my Liger going or 2.0.
Well, you do need new hands.
True. My hands are just my plushy hands are just starting to fall apart. Like I can actually, like the homeless, like I can stick my fingers in between the digits, so it's like homeless people gloves. Tilly? Is that a sign to get new hand paws made?
Maybe.
All right. Let's see. Any questions from viewers? Let's see. I'm back. All right. I'm glad you guys can make it. Thank you guys so much. All right. Back to the questions. All right. What is your most embarrassing convention moment?
Most embarrassing convention moment. Okay. So how not safe for work can we get? I mean, it's not like not safe for work now. If there's drinking involved. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine as long as we don't get I think on this, as long as we don't show stuff or whatever, I think we're fine. A curse here and there is fine. That's okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's not like sexual or anything.
Okay, no, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, most embarrassing convention moment. Okay, I was at a room party, had a lot to drink, had to pee really bad on the way back.
Oh no.
So I did not get back in the room because I didn't have my key, so I was locked out. And I was banging on the door.
Oh God.
Ever. There's like people walking by. I was like, I gotta pee. And I had to come all the way downstairs to go pee, and all the way back up, and I just locked out our room probably like a good 2 hours.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that story too. Yeah, we had our door cracked open because everybody was facing in there. And random first reader comes in, like,
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah. None of us noticed either because, again, we were all drinking. And, like, one person in there noticed because his fur was all matted up and he was, like, rubbing himself and stuff. And was like,
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, yeah, he was, like, feeling it. Something, it was gross. It was gross. We're like, nope. We finally, he, like, left, so.
You know what? You know what? As gross as that sounds, well, what's kind of interesting is I just gotta say this: being a convention staff as well as a convention volunteer, I've seen everything. So that's like low end of crazy stuff that goes on at conventions. Everything from drugs and that, just everything, and it's just I just shake my head and I'm like, only at MFF. Sadly, it's like, huh? Almost like from a cynical perspective, it's like it's not a convention without certain things. So it's just like, because then everyone's gonna look back on it and just laugh and be like, oh, remember that? So, so hopefully it doesn't end up being like one of those situations where you're knowing, oh my God, it's that suitor that did that. Hey, that's how some poppy perks get made, is that really good moment at a convention. So you never know. Anyway, okay, let's see. I'm going to check for more questions. Let's see. I'm enjoying the stream. Why, thank you so much, Spike. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys really enjoy this and love this. Thank you so much. There's my tiara. I look like a pretty princess. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Here we go. And it's got a teeter between furry and non-furry related questions. Next question. We're on question, I think, like 5 or 6, somewhere in that ballpark. Tilly McBeal, what is your favorite movie?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Yeah.
Okay, so as cheesy and basic as it sounds, I'd have to say Mean Girls.
Oh, yeah. No. That's a good one. That is a Lindsay Lohan classic. Oh, heck yeah. I feel like I can learn a lot from that. Yeah, that movie you learn a lot from it. Absolutely. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, was there any defining moments in that movie that just were just like, yes, this is like in a nutshell or kind of thing, or did it trigger like memories of like high school or anything like that, or?
No, I don't know. It's just funny. Like, I don't know. The humor really sets with me in it. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I watched The Mean Girls a time or two, and I was just like, not just because Lindsay Lohan is pretty good looking, but it's actually a really good movie. I agree with you. Let's see. Here we go. So let me check for questions again. Let's see. I'm enjoying. Okay. All right. No new ones. Okay. So next question for Miss Tilly. What is your biggest fear?
Oh, my biggest fear.
Yeah.
I have about 3 big fears. Okay, choking alone at home on food.
Oh God. Yep. Yeah. No, you're freaking me out. You and me both. Seriously, yes.
Oh my God! Like, who would save you? What would you do?
I think I saw it showed on like self-Heimlich maneuver. You can like administer it, but be sure to have like a sturdy chair. If you have like a steel chair or something, you can you can like hop on it to force it out. So.
I feel like I wouldn't think fast enough to do that. I'd be panicking too hard.
You just go like dead.
I would just be going.
Okay, that was your one biggest fear. Oh, sorry, Taylor, I thought you said you had 3 biggest fears.
Well, I have 3, yeah, but I think the choking was my biggest one, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's just, that is just a horrid, like, because like sometimes you are at home and you're alone and you're eating, you're just like, you have that almost moment, like, God, that was, I agree with you. God, just the thought of it, ugh. Whew, sends shivers. Let's see, do we got any questions? Oh, here we go. Next question comes from Spike on Instagram. What is your, how long have you been a furry?
Let's see. Since like 2013, I think.
Oh, wow. Nice, nice.
So a little under 10 years.
So is it like one of those, did you just like wake up and you're like, oh, what the heck, I'm going to be a furry? Or were there like little things that just kind of merged you into it eventually?
I've always been into like, anthropomorphic animals and stuff like that, like Disney movies, anything that has to do with animals, like I love it. And a friend of mine and myself went to an anime convention and saw furries for the first time. We had never seen them before that, and it was like, hey, those are really cool. Like, so we're like, do it. That was it, basically. Started like making a persona, a suit, and everything.
I know, that's fantastic. It was just like how each one has come into the fandom in all ways, shapes, and forms. Like All Dogs Go to Heaven. That was one of my favorite, Don Bluth kind of furry. And I think some people disagree, but I'm like, no, it's a furry. They're dogs that talk and have emotions, and I think that's close enough to be considered furry. Like, I mean, aren't there some furries out there that actually base their sonas off of Charlie Barkin? So,
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you get some there just like that just gets so deep into it, and they're like, oh, that's technically not a furry movie. And it's just like, okay, sure. All right, cool. Let's see. Here we go. Let me check the questions. So Spike said that they've always loved animals and now they just become one. So that's another good example of how furries make it into the fandom. They're just like, oh snap, I really like foxes. Oh, what do you know? Let me just dress up like one. Yeah, cool. All right, okay. And of course, this is a controversial question sometimes, and not that I try to whatever create. Oh no, the horrid drama of the fandom. Oh, looky, dun, dun, dun. Anyway, what are some great things about the fandom?
Some great things about the fandom?
Yeah.
We get to meet a lot of good people. There's lots of art. There's a huge support group. Like, everybody's like I would say everybody, but a lot of people are really supportive. It helps you socialize. Like it helped me get over my social anxiety. Yeah, there's a lot of great things about it, honestly. Those are just a few off the top of my head.
Oh, agreed. There's all sorts of great things about it, and and it's definitely what you make of it for sure. Because then some, as we've seen, I'm sure, seeing on different platforms, just sad, lonely, misery. It's just like it's what you make of it. You can either, yeah, exactly like you said, meet wonderful people, make loving, lasting friendships, learn art, or making kigus and really cool stuff, which I do believe I have a question that's going to be asking that in a minute. So yeah, it's just great and wonderful. And don't get me wrong, there's ups and downs to everything. But yeah, definitely it's a great fandom, and I'm very gracious and, like you said, very supportive. To me, like finally after years and years and years, like I would say part of what helped to the fandom is I came out to my family as bi about 2 years ago, and they were always love and supportive of it, but I had that fear. Actually, I was more worried about them finding out me being a furry than being bi. But then when they found out both and they were happy about it, it was exactly, so I hear you. Okay, so good question we were just rolling into. Let me check for more questions. I don't want to feel like I'm ignoring our audience here. I like the art and the suits and stuff. Agreed, Spike. Very good. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the biggest, most awesomest things about the fandom is definitely the art. Because I tell you, some of these artists are just phenomenal, and you feel so bad. The worst is when you go to a convention to the artist gallery, and you see pretty good art that some bigger name artist is charging like $1,000 for, and you see Little Jim Bob, new artists that just fantastic, and they only want like it's only like $10. I'm like,
people undercharge so much. It's like, yeah, your art worth way more than that.
absolutely. It's just like in a perfect world, yeah, exactly. And some, especially ones like, I'm not that good. I'm like, no, you're a really good artist. It's just, and some just, yeah, it ain't worth that much. I'm like, no, some, in fact, like we said, some overcharge. So, but in hopes that they'll eventually build a good rep and then they'll be able to charge more money. So, anyway,
Right.
speaking of which, I always see on your page you do really cool stuff with like fabrics and whatnot and so forth. Tilly, would you tell us what sort of things have you been creating lately?
T-shirts and jackets. That's what I've been doing a lot of lately. I just started doing jackets for the beginning of the year, custom persona jackets. And a little bit of 3D printing stuff, just like some basic like eye blinks and that kind of stuff. Super basic stuff. But yeah.
That's still dang cool. Do you have any like examples like readily available for you to just like proudly show to us at all? Or
actually, I don't think I have anything around me right now. I should have worn my Kiku.
oh, well that's all right, folks. But if worst comes to worst, if you go to Tilly's page, especially on Facebook, and was I correct? It said Stinky Cat Creations. Is that your? Okay, that's your business. Okay, so yes. Actually, go ahead. I'll advertise for you. So where's the Stinky Cat Creations on? Is that Twitter, Instagram?
I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It should be under Stinky Cat Creations on all of them.
There you go, folks. And you see it on, especially the pages and everything. Very talented, and very wonderful kigus and other different fabrics and craftings and whatnot and so forth. I definitely recommend, booking her for some things because I'm sure you probably probably got to do ahead of time, right? Are you doing pretty good? Is that coming out pretty well?
Yeah, it's actually doing really well. My boss and like some goofy hearts and stuff, then do the Kikus and the jackets, and that's our main source of income. Like I don't have another job outside of this. Like we're living off of like just freelance art, pretty much.
That's really dang good. Dang. That's excellent. I love to hear that. Just some like in like your story, like because what did you? Okay, there we go. We'll make it question 10. So before you did fandom, like doing kigus and this and that as your sole business, what did you do before?
Okay, so for the past 10 years, I was an IT person for public schools. And basically, I was making about 6 recommended. But yeah, that's what I did. I played a lot of video games as my hobby before this, and Magic the Gathering and stuff, and I was an IT person. And then like my mental health and like I drank a lot.
Oh no.
Yeah, my attendance at work. So I was basically forced to resign. So I did. And I just started like living off of this. So like, well, this gives me a push to just try to live off of something I actually enjoy doing. It worked from home, so.
That's good. That's a lot of furries' dreams is to just turn their business and they're like, yeah, I ain't gotta work no more. And I love hearing that it works out in that way. Like I know some suit makers that end up just going to that point. It's just like, dang, I'm making, $4 or $5 grand a suit, and you pump out 2 suits a month, you're sick and good to go. So it's
right.
amazing. Yeah, exactly. It's great and wonderful. And actually, speaking of which, that rolls into my next question I sometimes like to ask furries. So you did say you used to drink a lot. How long have you said you've been sober now, right?
I have been. A little over 200 days.
Congratulations. That is wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. That is excellent. You are definitely an epitomal example someone that can beat that sort of, that type of addiction. Because I tell you what, I've, in my regular job, in my day job, I've worked in mental health and rehab facilities, and that is so good, wonderful, and inspiring that you were able to find the brevity and find that person inside you that didn't need that anymore. How's it been so far? Has it been pretty good?
It's been great.
Okay, good.
I feel so much better.
Absolutely. I've seen like so many just, but it's, not that, some people have, control and whatever, but if it becomes a problem, it's so great and inspiring to especially reach that point where you're just like, you know what? I don't need it anymore. It's because I understand. I was a chewer, like a can of dip, like the tobacco chewer.
Oh, yeah.
My dirty old Navy habit when I was in the Navy. I actually chewed, I was a candidate Grizzly Wintergreen. That was my go-to. I love that stuff so much. At one point, gums started hurting, and every day gums hurt. So like, stuff that's detrimental to your body. And one day I woke up, took the can, tossed it. Right now will be about 6.5 years. I haven't touched chewing tobacco, so.
That's great.
I know. Besides, I don't think my boy would like it too much if I had a dip in my mouth all the time. So it is possible, folks, and it's great and wonderful to hear that we have that brevity, that internal flame that we can we're stronger than what we think, So it's absolutely good, so good to hear, and congratulations, Let's see, do we have any other questions coming in? Let's see. I like the art. That is cool. Oh, Darwin. Uh-oh. I got to behave myself. Darwin joined. You know Darwin Fox?
I don't.
Okay, he's one of my good boyos, and he's coming in to check on me to make sure I'm doing my streams properly. Otherwise, he yells at me. Because he's a bit bigger name. He's does pretty well with his streams and stuff. So he's kind of like my furry platform mentor, so to speak, to help me, get more followers and all that stuff going. But yeah, I really, yeah, huh?
Your furry senpai.
Yes, exactly. So like, yeah, exactly. So he's like, Obi-Wan and I'm Luke Skywalker or something, something in that area. Getting it down though. Let's see. Okay. What time do we got? How are we sitting with our time check? Oh, it's 9:30. Dang, time flies. All right. So, here we go. And don't worry, you don't have to say me. Who is your favorite Dutch Angel Dragon?
Okay. Hang on. You cut out during that. What did you say?
Oh, who is your favorite Dutch Angel Dragon?
No. I actually don't know.
And don't worry. I won't hit you if you don't say me.
How about you?
Okay, I'll take that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I know, like 9 times out of 10, I've had some furries be like, is it okay if I say telephone? I'm like, no, I don't care. Telephone's great. Her and I get along a little bit. So absolutely. She actually is the reason I decided to become a Dutchie. Just about a year and a half ago, I met her at Megaplex. One of the first times, and Hug got a picture, and before I know it, when I wanted to get a suit made, guess what happened? So great and wonderful. I met her, and we don't talk too much because she's always busy and stuff, but from what I heard, she's actually pretty sweet. So
That's good.
I know, right? Yeah, it's like what's great is just like the Sona is like your character is like you can be this cute, wonderful person, but if you're the person inside the person is just as sweet, that is just like a twofold. Like I'm getting to know so many, furries these days, big and small, and I love interviewing all of them because I think everyone's got a story. So it's cool. All right, do you got any questions from viewers? Let's see. Telephone is awesome. Well, there you go, Spike. Spike just decided to follow your Stinky Cat Creations. Spike, you got a new follower. You got a new follower there, Tilly. So you have a new follower in Stinky Cat Creations. Spike is following you, and I think I followed you pretty recently too. Let's see, what else do we got? Do we got any questions coming in from viewers? Okay. I see big giant googly eyes. So I'm guessing that's someone just saying, hey, what's up? All right. Let's see. What's another one? So here we go. Let's go into this one. What is your favorite? Here we go. What is your favorite video game? You're talking about video games, so.
Oh, my favorite video game. That changes. That changes a lot.
Oh, no. I don't blame you. I do it too.
Yeah. Right now,
Can't hear.
did you not? Oh, I said, see if these.
Okay, good. Yeah, I couldn't hear you for a second. It's like, oh no, did you take a vow of silence? Oh, cool. So see if the absolutely. And it's amazing how you just like you venture around and you get different tastes for. Do you ever get like different video game tastes, so to speak? Like one day you're just like, I'm gonna play this one or that one. Like literally, like easy go-tos for me is usually anything Mario. Like I did Mario 64 and then Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, and Mario Odyssey, that newer one. That one was actually really dang good. I would almost stay up late and wake up almost not in time to go to work because they'd stay till 2 in the morning playing some of those Marios. But now that I beat them, now I'm just like, there's nothing else to. No, I'm just kidding. But it's great how like different video game tastes. I'm thinking like lately, I'm feeling like a little bit Resident Evil-y. Like I was always a fan of the whole franchise of Resident Evil. That's actually really fun.
Yeah, cool.
Oh yeah,
It's really good. And I really the Tomb Raider franchise.
Yes. I still remember playing one of the original ones for PlayStation 1, where it's just like, it was that one where you just went on the adventures where you could just run around her house or whatever. That was actually pretty.
Oh, yeah. I think her house and the third one, I think so it was.
Something like that. Yep, where you had the thing. Yep. Yeah, and you just go around her house, and I'm just like, dang, it's like a female Indiana Jones. Let's see. Do we got any other things being said? I'm seeing Dork the Duelist. Oh, okay. Duelist made it. All right. I'm glad you guys can make it tonight. All right, cool. If you guys have any questions you'd like to ask, go ahead and post them on Instagram, post them on YouTube, post them on Facebook, and I will send them and be like the middleman Dutchie, and we'll ask Miss Tilly. All right, cool. Let's see. Here we go. Next question I like to ask. Do you have any special like cool talents? Is there anything really unique you can do?
No, I don't believe so. I can sleep for hours pretty easily.
Oh, dang it. Maybe something like, oh, hey, I can do a one-handed clap, or I can. I know, right? It looks like something else. One of the worst ones. It's because and it's like differently abled was like one of the ones was one of my old Navy buddies used to do do one hand like this and the other like this. I'm like, well, what's that? Like, that's a mentally disabled person walking. I'm like, dude, be careful who you say that in front. Hey, there we go. We have da-da-da. Very nice. Where did that thumb go? Oh God, you got to get the thumb back. What'd you do to it? Where'd you put it? All right, very cool. Let's see. Oh wait, you are talented. You make really awesome cuckoos and jackets. Well, there you go. There's a talent in itself. That's a win-win in my book. Let's see. Okay, do we have any questions? Come on, viewers. We gotta have something good. I'm seeing lots of funny faces. Am I funny? I don't think I'm funny. I try to be fun. I get a lot of laughers on Instagram. Let's see. Here we go. So, What is your favorite animal?
Any sort of feline.
Kitties. Strangely enough, I'm actually surprised. That black and white one I just had, that's my roommate's cat. But then my personal cat, I've had him since literally he was born. Like I had his mom, she got pregnant, had him. He was a little baby, you know how little tiny kittens are. They're just like that, just
Yeah,
yeah, they're just like little fluff balls or whatever. And then, did you ever? Actually, good question. Did you ever get to go through like that whole thing? Did you have a cat that had kittens and you raised them and all that stuff?
Yeah, once when I was younger, we actually had two stray cats that came up. We used to live like in the middle of like nowhere woods. Two stray cats came up. They were both pregnant. I'm assuming they were probably grandpa. They went up under our trailer and had kittens, both of them. So we had like 17 kittens running around, and we raised a couple of those from kittens until they got older.
It's amazing how close and how like social they are with you if you especially had them since birth, like kittens. Like my tabby,
Mm-hmm.
like if I'm anywhere, he's like literally like a dog. He will follow me anywhere. They're attached to you. It's great and wonderful. And unfortunately, his mom ran away about a year ago, and never came back. But I still got him. So, oh no, too bad he's not here at the moment. He's like this. Oh yeah, he's a big tomboy. He's a big kitty. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Next question. After I check for any viewer questions. It's hard to read out of my eyes. I tried the one hand clap. That is hard. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, one hand clap is really tough. What taught me to do the one handed clap was literally, it's like an inverted, like when you pack a can of chewing tobacco, I can do the thing with the finger. That's how you pack a can of chew before you put a dip in. And then it's just kind of almost the same, you know, it's almost kind of like a flick of the wrist thing. Anyway, here we go. Next question, Miss Tilly. Who is the cutest suitor? Who's got the cutest suit out there?
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. There's so many of them.
I know, isn't it? Like it's just a big vast array. There's some really cute ones.
I don't remember their name, but I saw this one cat suitor one time. That big like head is like a purplish color, like it's really big cute eyes. I don't know their name though, but that's probably the cutest suit I've ever seen.
Oh, that's adorbs. Especially kitty cat ones. Like there was one I have the picture on my phone from TFF. Did we cross paths at all, or did you see me at all in any of my suits? Were you at TFF 2020?
Yeah, I was there. I don't think I saw you though.
You didn't see? Did you see Morty from Rick and Morty?
I did not.
Dang it! Because that's my little cop. Yeah, that's my little cause side plays. I talk like Morty. So by the end of any convention, because they want me to go to my Morty voice, I actually like by Monday. You ever notice how a lot of furries will like lose their voice because of all the screaming? Yeah. So when I'm just talking like this, you guys, I get into Morty character, and yeah, by Monday I'm just talking. Yeah, I almost lose it. But anyway, back to that story. There was a kitty cat. He was like a tiger, and he had like rainbow little LED lights on his whiskers. I don't know did you see him at all?
No, I didn't.
But he was just so adorable. I couldn't resist. I'll have to send you the picture. I'll DM you or something. But it was just you see that suitor and you're like, I got to get a picture. So just amazing how many cool suitors you run into, especially at conventions. Oh, Let's see. Another question. Let's see what we got here. I did not run out of questions. Oh, here we go. So, speaking of video games, and we talk about like different platforms and stuff. Is there any types of Twitter or Twitch streamers that are just like, I love this guy or girl or whoever's playing? Is there any in particular you love watching?
No, I don't watch a lot of people play video games.
Oh, okay.
I did watch. Yeah. I mean, I'll put videos every once in a while, something I watch, and I'll watch them and stuff. But yeah, I don't really keep up with anybody.
Yeah, I got like usually the ones that I like watching are like the rage quitters.
Yeah.
Like Mark Markiplier, whatever his name is. He's one of the funniest ones that freaks out on games. It's just like,
yeah.
And that's what gets him big. Is some just love watching him spaz out. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I'll watch compilations like people rage quitting and like stuff like that a lot. But yeah, as far as like on individual person, I don't.
I hear you. Like, there's just some that just they have the defining moment, especially the compilations on YouTube. And a lot of gamers have full on. You see them just destroy their controllers and this and that. Even my homeboy, my Obi-Wan Kenobi Darwin, he's admitted he's broken a lot of controllers playing video games. I'm like, oh no, I don't blame you. That is a good next question to get into. Let me check for any more viewer questions. I like Mark Laplier videos. Yes. Spike agrees. Mark Laplier is hilarious. But actually, good question. You're a video gamer, and we talked about people rage quitting. Have you ever broken any controllers for any video game systems?
I have almost broken a controller before. I threw it. Like one, it was Dante's Inferno. Like, you remember that game?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't remind me.
I remember and I was like, throw it. But I'll yell at them a lot at first. But
right.
Physically good and violent, I don't do that very often.
Oh yeah, and don't get me wrong. I've been there, done that. Like everything from the older, if you look at my old collection of Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and PlayStation, all the way to Xbox and whatnot. I'll have family members, or you'll look at my collection like, oh, he's one of those rage quitters. I'm like, yep, I've probably almost broken or severely damaged a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a PlayStation. Oh yeah, pretty much every major gaming system I've almost destroyed a controller. So, because it's just like you play them games and it just seems like no matter what you do everything right and you still die just like freakishly random just situation just messes your game up and just Resident Evil, for example, you get like, I'm lazy. I think I'm too good to do any saves. So you'll get like, 2 hours in the game and almost be at the final boss, and you got it down to a science that you can kill him no problem. And he does it just right and just kills you, and you die, and you have to start all the way back. That's a rage quit right there. That's rage. That's how you prove rage quit, Stu. Let's see. Do we have any other questions? I broke my first game on accident. Okay, that sounds a little weird. You can break a game on accident? I guess you can accidentally trip over it, right?
You can step on something, I guess.
True.
Step on it, or yeah.
Or set it on a table wrong and the table gets tipped over. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. Cat or dog can break it. Yeah, of course, but it wasn't rage quitting. It was on accident, right? It was a rage accident. Oh, I got some questions on Facebook. What is her favorite burnt food? What is her favorite burnt food in Rust? What? What kind of question is that? I love it, but what? Huh? Huh?
Horse meat.
Oh God. I gotta. There's another question, but it is a. Sorry guys, it's got to be safe for work questions. One is the next one's borderline. Going NSFW. So, oh Lord, what have we gotten ourselves into? Let's see. Do I got another joint? Hi. Rust is a game. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm derpy. I don't know much about these like game terms. With love. Oh, Brittany says with love. Yeah. Let's see. How are we doing for time? Okay. Oh, dang, got about 10 minutes left. Let's see. So, you know what? Let's just say it. Let's cut to the chase. Let's go into the drama. Dun, dun, dun. All right. What is one of the worst kind of dramas or things that just in the fandom just, oh, it's cringy and just annoying? What's one of the worst things that you ever heard of, or even if you've unfortunately been a part of? I'm sure everyone has in some way, shape, or form. Is there any drama that just happened to just, oh?
Nothing in particular, but just the people who follow suitors just because they're cute and they just like forgive every horrible thing they've done. They just look past that just because their suit's cute. But then like somebody else could do the same thing that person did, and they're persecuted and like ostracized from the fandom.
So that same person that follows the cute suitor for doing the same crap that the not so cute suitor, they'll treat them like crap, but then they'll worship that one. Wow.
Just because that kind of stuff drives me mad.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. It's just like amazing. It's just it's kind of like I don't know, really two-faced, but it's really just
It's hypocritical.
Yeah, exactly. You're being totally hypocritical and just being all like, don't get me wrong, like I got a lot of Facebook friends, I got a lot of Twitters and this and that, not nearly as many as, some bigger name ones, but I'm getting there. But one of the biggest things, I'm not one of those blocker, because I work, like I was saying, I work with mental health. I've worked with special needs and stuff like that. So I understand that a lot of people in the fandom are, in that spectrum. So I'm really nice, I'm overly nice almost, where some people pull it off as being like, kind of a rug. And I'm like, no, I understand that, sometimes they say and do goofy things, but because that's just, they can't help it. So I have a soft spot, especially for special needs, furries and stuff like that. Cause a lot of them, it's really tough for them to, get along in life and stuff. So I understand. But anyway, where I was going with this was, there was one that I almost never unfollow, or unfriend. I'm like, I'll friend anybody. I think, everyone's great and wonderful in some way, shape, or form. And unfortunately, yes. The two that I do unfriend are, like we're saying, the ones that, with underage little kids and stuff. And then the ones that do stuff with animals. Those are like the only two that I will actually.
Right.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. People are sick in the fandom. They'll lie and spread rumors of stuff that isn't even true. And don't get me wrong. I'm like, I try to be like Mr. Judge Judy. I'm like, I want to see proof that this really is going on. Otherwise, you're just
actual screen caps of like evidence before I will believe you.
Yeah, absolutely. I like one of my situations. One of the Telegram groups I'm a mod for. I'm just like, oh, this person, I'm like, I want to see proof. Prove to me that they did it, and then we'll, counsel it. And I believe everyone everybody messes up. They get a warning, and if they do it again, obviously they're not getting it or whatever, then they got to get, blocked or whatever. But yeah, absolutely, definitely hardcore evidence, because the sad part of the fandom, hence the drama, dun dun dun. I need like an organ to just make that noise. Is even ones that'll specially do it against like popufers to try to get big themselves. Those people are, oh my god, those people are such losers. It's just like, really? And I've seen some of the nasty stuff they do, to try to, put that poor popufer under, they're under enough stress already. And some of them are, I've seen some, like, what was it? Like Majira, I think he did the thing where he's in the red, where he's about to lose it, and it's just like, and of course that person don't care. They're gonna go and still talk shit. And it's just like, really, dude? I don't know. I believe that the fandom was founded on the principle of love, and like we were saying earlier, love, acceptance, and support for us to be a cool, unique set of people, from all walks of life, from people that are special needs or this or that to, good God, there's doctors, there's therapists like me, there's rocket scientists that are freaking furries too. So it's, we focus so. That's what's funny is like one furry put this in a way, and it was really cool. I think I shared it, but it was a quote where it said, "What happened to the good old days where we celebrated our differences of being furry to not, from normal, non-furry people, where we were proud and enjoyed what we did." And he said, instead, now we're just doing this. That's all we're doing, instead of focusing on, hey, let's celebrate the fact that we like to do this as a hobby. It's not weird. It's just something we like to do. And it somehow, like I said, turns into furries getting bored and just doing this. It's definitely something we can live without in the fandom, right?
Definitely.
For sure.
Definitely.
Cool.
Well, you're going to have that in the fandom.
Oh, yeah. And what's funny is, it's good. I think in a way it's good, because it teaches you, if you can deal with drama and BS in the fandom, it, like you said, it trains you, teaches you social skills. It teaches you how to deal with, if you're out in the real world and drama happens in real life too, it shows you exactly how to deal with it too. Like at work, drama happens at workplace. I work, and it happens there, and I'm like, exactly, prove it. Show me exact proof that they did this. So, let's see, back to questions. Any questions? I love people in the fandom that helped me with a lot of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with the Saber. She said that furries love helping other furries out. I absolutely love when they do that. That's wonderful. You seem, you just have this thing that you got this caring aura about you, that if you had a friend that needs help, you'd help them out, right? I could just tell. It's because that's how we are. That's one of the things. We're almost like not really a cult, but like a band of furry brothers and sisters, so to speak. And speaking of which, actually, did I tell you? I'll do a quick little advertisement, but that's actually one thing I've been starting. Did you ever see my displays about my Helping Paws charity chat? Oh, okay. But yeah, I figured to let everyone know that. And of course, quick little advertisement. My Helping Paws charity chat I established just about a month ago. It was to help furries in need, and we get donations. I'm working on getting art auctions for funding, and eventually moving up to suits, whatever, to help nonprofit approach to it, because one of the biggest things that's impacting all of us furries right now, and or even non-furries, is COVID hardships, people losing money, losing jobs, losing everything to their name. And one of my good furry friends, Benji, who's I'm sure he's probably watching me, making sure I'm not screwing up in my streams, it just inspired me. I'm just like, why don't we have something, because the nation has the COVID surplus the COVID stimulus going. I'm like, why not do something similar, like, but in the furry fandom? So started about a month now, and right now we got art auctions, and I'm looking into getting suit commission donations, and I'm hoping it really takes off. So because I know, because that furry that hasn't like a dime to their name, wouldn't it just like a great feeling? Like my friend Benji woke up Christmas morning with like, I think it was like $140, $150 in his account, you know?
Oh, nice.
And just to hear his reactions and everything about it, it inspired me. I'm just like, let's see if we can make this build. Let's see if we can get this huge and get all sorts of, donors and everything. And then I do it every quarter. So March 24th, let's say the goal is $1,000 and we make $1,000. You know what I mean? That furry that has nothing, how good of a day it'd be if they woke up and they had $1,000 in their account. So yeah, so that's one thing that I definitely am working on, and cross the paws, and I'm definitely trying to expand on it and get it to build. So trying to network. I'm trying to get bigger name first, to definitely share my pages and just try to put it out there, because I think I might get lucky. I might get Mishira to actually talk about it. I'm like, oh, please do, please do, please do. Because if he talks about it, then they're like, oh, okay, sure. So
Yeah.
Cross the paws, hopefully it works out. Anyway, of course, Tilly, are you ready for your last question?
Let's do it.
All right, let's see. Let me check once more for audience member questions. Copper Cap, we're not just a fan, we're a family. Exactly, you guys. It's they commented on my tiara. They like my crown. Okay, let's see. What's your favorite music? Oh, okay. So we got, let me see. All right, I got two more questions for you from audience members. So what is your favorite music genre, Tilly?
My favorite music, symphonic metal.
Nice, very cool. That's awesome. I always like hearing different types of music. It's always nice to kind of experiment around, and definitely, what I'm thinking when I hear metal, all I think about is like one of my favorites is definitely that bonus song on Call of Duty Zombies, where it's that one. That song gets me going every time. I forgot what it's called. I'm sure one of these gamers knows it, but anyway, okay. And then what's that one? Chris is asking if your flashlight battery is down.
Flashlight battery. Hang on, I have something for him. Flashlight battery down.
There you go, folks. The flashlight battery is down. Don't forget where that battery's at. Okay, let's see. Do I have any other? Okay. I like rock music, and I like a lot of different music. I like Call of Duty. Oh yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. That bonus song is fantastic. All right, Tim. Last question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
Yes.
This is a toughie. This is one of the toughest questions I've asked all suitors. And it's all right, you ready? Here we go. Do you have any questions for me?
Do I have any questions to you? Yeah, how long have you been in the fandom?
That is a unique story in itself. Sit back and we'll, set a timer for about an hour while I tell this tip. No. I would say my furry merge into the fandom right around towards the end of my Navy days was like 2009, 2010. I was dabbling on the different platforms a little bit, and I went to this thing called, I'm sure you guys might know it or recognize it, DeviantArt. So DA or DeviantArt, I looked on there and I'm like, okay, this is some cute little anthropomorphic kind of creatures and this and that. And then eventually somehow one thing led to another, DeviantArt, and then I went into Fur Affinity or FA, and that was right around 2013. I'm like, this is really cool. So people do art, and then they start, there's furry pictures on there, and I'm like, this is really neat. And at one point, I was working at SeaWorld in entertainment, so I worked in everything from like shows to working with costume characters, aka professional furries at SeaWorld. So I was doing that. I actually had a lot of fun. I was a polar bear, I was a killer whale, I was a walrus. So, literally I was already doing like professional furry stuff when I was, just getting out of the Navy. And then not long after that, then I found like Facebook and Twitter and all that. Furries were just swarming in there. And before I know it, so inactively a furry, kind of more of a watcher from about 2010 till about 18 and a half, going on 19. I'm like, you know what? At some point, I'm just going to get a suit. So I moved down to Florida from Minnesota, and before I know it, went to Megaplex 2019. And from there, I just knew it. I was just like, you know what? This is fun. These guys have so much fun, and it's a great family to be a part of. So from there, I got a suit made, I got everything going, and bam, here I am. So been a furry for about 10 years now. So unofficially for about 9 of it, and then for the last 2, I decided to get in on the game. So it's been fun. It has its ups and downs as with, everything in life, but I've had a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to many, many more years of fun. So I made lots of friends. Like I can't brag about it so much. I cannot stop bragging about it. It's like literally, like regular Facebook. I have a non-furry Facebook account. I have like maybe a few hundred friends. Guess how many friends I have in furry Facebook? I keep hitting that 5,000 limit.
Oh my God.
So I actually had to make a secondary Sona Facebook account to overflow more friends that wanted to friend me, and then Instagram. And now I've got like, including Telegram. Good God, I'm probably like in the 10 to 20,000 area, I'm sure. So it's just great and wonderful. I love getting to know new furries. So it's great. I don't regret it one bit. So, and with that, Tilly, I gotta say it's been real and it's been awesome, and I really appreciate that you took time out of your evening to do some interviews with us. Get to meet some of my friends, and some of yours are obviously you're watching. But it's been great and wonderful, and thank you so much for taking time to talk with us.
It's been fun.
I know, right? Isn't this great? It was one of my favorite things. Of all the things in the fandom, I've done suit dancing, I've done a little bit of art, and some suiting, but I love interviewing furries. So this, as you can tell, I'm just like ecstatic right now. So I really get a fun fulfillment out of it, and it's good getting to see this different side of furries. So thank you so much. You have yourself a great night, and you take care, okay?
Yeah, you too.
All right, and yeah, bye. Please update. Let me see those cute Kibus. I love seeing them. I check them out on your page all the time. So I'm actually really excited. I may contact you like a cool sweater or hoodie themed to my Dutchie. I think we can make that happen, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I know, right? It'd be so cool. Like even like the hood would be like the horns and everything, right? I mean, I don't know if that to be the horn, but we'll talk more. So, all right, take care and you have a good night, okay? Bye. Schedule room for later. No. And thank you guys so much for coming out tonight and checking out Bitz with Splitz, the Dutch Angel Dragon, known as one of the funniest, craziest Dutchy Angel Dragons in the fandom. At least that's what I've been told. All right. Tilly, I know, right? Isn't she a sweetie? Absolutely. She is. I know. She brings so much love and excitement to the fandom, and she's such a wonderful furry. I couldn't resist. I was so ecstatic when I got to, when she confirmed to interview her. So thank you guys. And of course, if you guys have any questions, do not hesitate to DM me. As I put on my pages, I put my Telegram. @SplitzT is my main Telegram. That's my main point of contact. If you DM me on Facebook, if you DM me on YouTube, if you DM me on Twitter, I'm going to be like, I'll eventually answer. But I do my best to try to keep up with all you guys. But yeah, Telegram, I posted on my page @Splitz, SPLITZ, and then T. That's my Telegram. That one, as you friend, some of my friends on different platforms, especially in Telegram, I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? I'm way, ADHD kind of crazy answer. But if it's on, other platforms, I'll do my best. But thank you guys so much for coming out tonight, for seeing what I got going on tonight. And of course, if you love my material, please do not hesitate. Subscribe to me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. And of course, follow me on Twitter, whatever, I love to get to know you guys. And if you'd like to interview, also DM me if you'd like to do an interview sometime. I love getting to know new furries, always, shapes, and forms, and everything. So you guys have a great night. Take care.